Hello and welcome back to Put It on Shuffle with Jamie and Jacob. And today we have our first guest.
Valerie!
Yes, you might know her from the Josh Groban fan club.
Yes, I'm the only one that's under 18.
Fun. So before we start, I need to make a quick apology to our listeners. Because in the last few podcasts we've made, Jamie and I definitely peaked the audio like more than once. So that sounds just really awful, and our mic doesn't have anything to prevent that, so we're just going to have to try to be a little quieter, maybe hang a little further away from the microphone on the laptop, because we record with the laptop microphone, because we're not fancy.
We got no money.
Here at the studio, we only use the finest of equipment. It took so much to rent this space that we could just afford the laptop to record with.
Great.
Shh.
Don't expose
That was the
us.
table. Y'all kicked it. So, yeah, we're going to try to do better on that. Eventually, hopefully, we'll have something to prevent that. And I still haven't found an audio editing software where I could, like, bring down that point. Because I just kind of used iMovie. But, yeah, I mean, it worked fine to, like, put stuff together.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I could probably individually edit parts of it. I tried getting this one called Audacity, but it was real complicated and didn't let me just put two files together and only layered them on top of each other, so it was just us having two different conversations
We
at
might
the same
actually
time.
have to buy something.
Don't bring that up.
Very stressed.
I got money. But like,
To blow and then quickly catch.
By the way, Val's just our friend.
Just a friend. Tears.
Well, I mean, like, we don't have the budget for famous people.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna bring on friends if we ever want guests.
yeah. I thought that was like the only thing.
I'm
I don't know.
I'm a low budget Jasmine people have referred me to.
Oh, nice. Well, you know,
During
if we...
Halloween
if we ever, like, get the chance to have someone famous on our show for free, like, we're gonna pass that up.
That would be so intimidating.
Nikki.
Nikki's like, I heard
We'll
you.
just do her whole album.
She's just sitting here while we rap her verses.
It's like, good. Good.
Right? She's like,
That's
you heard me
exactly-
all wrong. But anyways, today's podcast, we are gonna do Someone Like You by Adele to kind of lead us. Don't exactly know what we're gonna talk about this first half, but we have pulled up a lyric for our first segment.
Well, we pulled up the chorus.
Yeah.
We pulled up a paragraph.
I
I
mean,
can pull the lyrics, but real quick.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, we got them all?
Yeah, it's just he wants.
I mean, we could
Okay,
do whatever
analyze.
section. Which one do you guys feel? What are you feeling? What are you
I
feeling you
like-
want to analyze?
You know, Adele is my girly girl.
I'm sorry about any background creaking noises.
It's our
These
chairs.
tables are wobbly.
Yeah. Also have my keys here. Probably should have left them in the dish in front. People do that. I don't know. Maybe that dish was for something
I
else.
almost yanked my hoop out of my ear.
Your what?
My hoop out of my
Oh.
ear.
Wow.
It's
So
a big-
shook. You know,
Oh no.
just you
She's
have blood in
strong.
it.
You have blood in your ear. When you pierce it, you get bloody ears.
That's crazy.
We should pierce your ears.
Live on the podcast.
All we
probably
need is
throw
ice and a
up.
needle.
I would throw up.
You should get double piercings, or you should get these like double helix ones that I have.
Okay. Sure.
You should get nipple piercings.
I don't
Live on the
want
podcast.
No.
Mine
Can
are
the
too
baby still
sensitive.
drink the milk?
I think so.
I think
It
it'll
would
just multiple holes.
the hole would be covered, I think, by the actual piercing.
Would
I
it be?
mean,
Wait. So you don't
contaminated?
have to take the piercing out?
I mean,
think so.
obviously, if she wants more holes, you know,
Oh.
the baby wants more
But
holes.
I don't think the baby would be.
Can you imagine that?
Oh,
I wasn't breastfed, so
But
I
wait.
don't know.
would the baby get like its daily intake of
Iron.
iron?
That's good because my mom should have gotten piercings because I'm anemic and I wasn't breastfed, so that's probably why I bruise like a banana.
So
honestly.
wait, what if like the baby sucks like the paint off of the piercing? That's bad.
What paint?
Do they not? I mean, if it's colored, it has
It
paint.
depends.
Don't have to get a colored one.
Yeah,
then.
Okay, well, I don't know how much forethought you put into your nipple
I want a
piercing.
skull.
that'd be cute.
I want a skull and crossbones.
I want little watermelons. If I ever do. If that's even a thing.
I want
Yes.
Oh, what if you did like just tiny little black bars and were like they're censored? I can have my titty out.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Wait, I'm writing this down. I'm getting my nipples pierced.
I just like the way you say it. I can have my titty out.
I do not like
I
that.
don't know woman culture.
I don't either.
Anyways, weren't we gonna talk about someone like you and not nipple piercings?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
so
there's
read
a
out the
lot
lyric
of good
for us.
lyrics here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
I
start
mean-
the original one.
The original. I mean, we can do more than one. Or we
Or
have
like
a whole hour.
you said, like the whole
Half an hour.
paragraph.
Yeah. That's a water bottle.
I just like touching things.
Okay, Jamie.
I just don't like the feeling of like not like just the air, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So read us the lyric, please.
Or which one?
I don't know. Just read one.
Let's do the basic, just the original one, which is never mind. I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me. I beg. I'll remember you said. Funny ears. Sometimes
Quotes.
it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. And then it repeats itself.
Okay.
Okay.
So whenever reading the lyrics now, she says, "I wish nothing but the best for you too." TOO. But I always thought it was TWO, like the two of you, like he was with someone new.
Oh, I didn't even think about that until now.
Do you think it's supposed to be like a
I guess
double
he's-
meaning, or?
I guess she's saying that because she's also heard it from him.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish nothing but the best for you too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit of sarcasm.
We never.
There you
I've
go.
actually never thought about that.
Really? Because that's the only reason. That's the only way I heard it.
I usually don't like to think about stuff because it makes me like
Sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the line. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. So that's like kind of the iconic part from this song, and
Mhm.
it's like she didn't even say it.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
I remember
because
you
sometimes it
said-
lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Like you either like I guess like you can be in a really long relationship and like be in love, but also like in the end, if you're not in it, it's just gonna hurt for a very
Yeah.
long time. It lasts hurting.
Hmm I think the sentence structure of this is like would be kind of backwards. Like this lyric page has no punctuation, but sometimes it lasts like comma in love, like that's what we're referring to. Sometimes it lasts, but sometimes it hurts instead. Because for a long time I was trying to figure out like what it is, like what is it
Yeah.
that lasts in love, and what is it that sometimes hurts instead.
You're right. And like, I was thinking, was he expecting this?
Like expecting to break up.
Yeah, like was he thinking about it? That's why he told her that.
Maybe. Yeah,
Maybe he was
that's
seeing
kind
it
of
die
weird.
down. He was like, ugh.
Maybe
Gotta tell you
that's
this.
Yeah.
how he broke up with her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ooh, I've never been in a relationship in my life.
I know.
I do not know.
We're like asexual.
Yeah, I am asexual.
Jamie always says that on the podcast and then laughs.
I am
'cause-
very asexual.
I
like- Yeah, I'm agreeing with her 100%. Like I
Right?
do not think of anything sexually. Like just
Mhm.
ew, it's just gross.
yeah, like I joke around because it's
Oh,
funny.
I love joking
Mhm.
about it.
But I'm like, if it comes down to doing the dirty, I'm like,
I'm like, oh,
that's
hell no.
dirty.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I don't fully understand what asexuality means as opposed to like aromantic and stuff. But is asexuality the one where you just like aren't attracted to
honestly,
people, or how does
like,
that work?
I thought it like I was reading into it or something, but like it's literally in my point of view. Like when I say I'm asexual, only because I do not ever think of anything lustful. Like
Hmm
I don't think of people's bodies. Like if I see a person that's attractive, I can I can be like, yeah, he's like good looking, but that's it. Like I do not. I wouldn't think of him with me. I wouldn't think of him like his body. Like I do not want anything to do with
Yeah.
boys or girls or anything.
Mhm.
I want to die alone only because it's so much effort to be with someone. that I'm just like, ooh, this me alone time is good, and like having to deal with someone else is just not cool.
Yeah, like I've had people that have asked me out, but I've always said
Lucky.
no. No, no, not lucky. Some of them were weird.
Because honestly, because I've tried with relationships, like recently, I've tried with this boy, but like, and he's pretty much the same as me. Like he doesn't. I think he wants to get to a relationship further, but he doesn't like bodies either. I'm just like, thank the Lord. But I feel like he wants to somewhat start sexually. I'm just like, kind of no, like no.
Mhm.
I just think
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it's gross. It's like I don't find the appeal of it.
Yeah. So Jamie, like with you, like you told about like your feelings for this one guy. So is that like different or the one guy?
No, that was like 6th grade crush. That wasn't real.
You've talked about it so much this year.
Constancio.
Really?
That's his fake name.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's another thing. Like, I don't know, like, I acknowledge that people are hot, but like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I always say, ooh, he cute. But, like,
Like, I think I know where you're getting from, because, like, whenever I do have a crush on someone, which is, like, rare, but, like, the most I want to do with them is, when I have a crush on someone, I just want to educate them on my music, on my likes, and I just literally, I
Yeah.
want to sit in, like, a bed or something, and, like, I want to tell him everything that I like on my music, and I want him to take it in and be like, I like that too, and I just maybe want to hold his hand, that's it. Like,
no,
I want to educate them on my life.
Mhm.
It's like basically having a friend, but like maybe I haven't experienced anything. Maybe I'm not actually asexual, but
Yeah.
I'm 18 and I think
Yeah.
I'm not thinking anything like that. But maybe I just need to grow up with someone.
No, yeah, like, just like the thought of kissing anyone grosses me out, and then like
People don't believe in chapstick, which concerns
Oh my
me.
god. I'm about to go in.
I love chapstick so much.
Chapstick is the best.
yeah,
I love
you
chapstick
don't want to
so
kiss
much.
no crusty.
The last guy I met, I was putting on chapstick, and without even thinking, I like offered him some. He was like, "Oh no, I don't like chapstick," and my eyes immediately zoomed into his lips to make sure it was crusty or not. I was like, "Heck no!"
Yeah, I always see like guys, they're like, "Oh, I don't use chapstick," and those lips are like they're
Like,
crustiest.
no homo.
Oh
I'm not
God.
gay. I don't use chapstick.
I'm like,
Exactly.
Guys can use chapstick. Just put it on with like your whole fist. Like, don't
I
like
know,
daintily
yeah.
put it on. Just like aggressively put it on so people don't assume anything. But like
Yeah.
either way, it's
Yeah.
chapstick. Everyone needs
For
it.
so
I
long,
know.
I was afraid to buy EOS because I was afraid of like
Those
what
are
people
so
would
good.
think.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if they're actually like good quality.
Probably not, but like
Yeah.
chapstick itself is just so good.
It's
Mhm.
just so great, like the feeling. Like
Yo.
at least it appeases
Just
me for like an hour
hydrating.
or something.
Yeah, and I don't want to smile and have my like lip bleed.
I know.
Right.
I
For
don't
the
know how
past
you live.
3 years, my one of my good friends, she's bought me chapsticks the amount of like years I am. Like last year, she gave me 17 chapsticks, like sticks, and I was like, yes, baby.
Yay.
Like, and I've used 10 of them.
I have 25 different EOSs.
Wow.
Yeah, both of the crystals. I don't have any of the shimmers.
I can't find those. Where can you find those
I
crystals?
found the crystals at Five Below.
Okay.
I found the one I got Jamie at
Yeah.
Five Below.
I need to go.
Yeah, we could. We got time
We
before
got
our
time.
movie.
We
Oh
got
yeah, we're hanging out with
time.
Val today because we're gonna go see Call Me by Your Name
10 out of 10.
Featuring
Recommended.
Army Hammer, our baby boy.
in theaters, select theaters.
It's so good.
I'm so excited.
I've never seen it. I don't know. Have you, Val?
I haven't, but Jamie has told me very good reviews.
Jamie's
Mhm.
talked about it so much.
Yeah.
Too much. I love it though. The soundtrack is apparently bomb, so I'm gonna probably download that
Yes.
after. I was gonna download it yesterday, but I want the entire experience to
Yeah.
be a surprise.
Like,
Yeah.
I wish I've never seen it just so that I can watch it again and have the
I'm so
experience
excited,
of
though.
seeing it.
It's a gay, foreign, somewhat indie.
Is it foreign?
Not indie film.
It's like half Italian.
Yeah, which is basically you consider it foreign. So and those are my favorite types, like foreign films, and then if there's gay in there, I'm like, yes.
There's this one movie I was telling you about it earlier, Jamie. I think I'm pretty sure, like 80% sure. I'll look it up on Netflix just to like 100%. I think it's called Holding the Man.
Mhm.
It
Oh wait,
because that's a rugby term,
yes.
and it's about these two, and
And
the
they-
one gets HIV and he starts
Oh,
to die.
stop!
Oh, wait.
Oh, I
No,
haven't seen
we're not
it.
talking about the same
What-
thing.
That's like the premise
What,
of the
can you-
movie.
Okay.
Is one a ginger?
I don't think so. It is called Holding the Man.
Oh no, I have not seen
I
that one.
looked
I've
it up.
seen the one
Let me
down
see.
there, like the devil one. I've seen that one. That one's
I
really
haven't
good.
seen that
Let's see.
one. Handsome Devil.
Mhm.
I've seen
so many. I've seen probably all of. I've seen all like these bottom ones.
I have
watched
seen
it.
the 10-year plan. And I think that's the only one that's down here. But I know I've seen other ones. Like, have you seen The Way He Looks about the
Yeah.
blind kid?
Yes. Cries.
Right.
I love that one.
Yeah, this one is 2 hours and 8 minutes. It says, in 1970s Australia, two teen boys fall in love with each other and defeat obstacles to their 15-year relationship until a new crisis comes their way.
Crisis, man. I'm going through a midlife one right now. Because I'm not gonna make it past 40, so I'm
I
18.
really hope I don't.
I'm not.
I want to live to be like 90.
90. Oh my god. Because I
It's
recently,
like such a task.
I gotta get shit done.
I recently watched the
America's
movie.
going downhill real quick.
I don't know if y'all watched the movie Coco, but watch it. It's so good. But like seeing that old lady Coco, I do not want to look like her. And I'm Hispanic. I'm like
Yeah.
full on
Oh
Mexican.
hell yeah, I'm gonna look like her.
Like I do not want to look like her. She has like a square jaw, but like everything's.
She
Like,
looks exactly like my grandma.
My grandma is. She's very young still, so she's not like that. But when she does look like that, I'm gonna be like, Grandma, you can't do that.
I'm really afraid I'm gonna look like Jay-Z when I get older. Because I
Jay-Z?
look like him now.
How old is your
Wait.
grandma?
She's like 64.
Oh my grandma's 84.
Oh wow.
My grandma's 81. And my other one
Y'all
is
got
like
some-
70 something.
I think. Well, it's because like my grandparents and my parents lived in
That's
Mexico, so you would get married at like 20 and have kids
Yeah.
at 21.
My grandparents had kids. On my mom's side, they had kids really young. I don't really know on my dad's side, but my parents waited forever to have children. They were like in their 30s.
Yeah, no. Well,
Mhm.
my mom was like 37. Not 37. She was 27 when she had me. Only because
Yeah.
my oldest sister's like 22.
My
Yeah.
grandma on my mom's side had children so young because her mom never told her that sex equals children, so she just didn't know. And then she had twins first.
Oh god, twins are the
Rest
worst.
in peace. Wait, you're a
I'm a
twin.
twin. They're so disgusting. I hate them.
Do you have like twin telepathy?
You know, people assume that, and
I really don't buy it, so
I-
that's why
yeah.
I want to know.
no, we don't. Me and Abe, literally, Abe is the complete opposite
He
of
seems
me.
so different from you.
He's so loud.
I mean, you both like the music.
I should probably stop click clacking.
No,
Really
we're,
please.
we're probably peaking the audio every time we tongue pop.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna talk about it anymore.
Please. keep
He's
telling
so
me.
loud. He's so aggressive in a nice way. Like he'll come up to you, attack you, but that's his hugs.
Yeah.
And me, I
Oh.
don't want to touch nobody.
Yeah.
People always tell me, they're like, "How are y'all related?" I feel like if I cut him open, his blood's like sugar water, and yours is like black mud.
Oh
I'm like,
my
what?
god.
Yeah, no,
The-
Abe is so very different.
The environmental science teacher, because you don't like to say names,
yeah.
he always tells me how much he can't believe that me and my brother are related.
Wait, how old is your brother? Who
He's
is-
1 year older than me.
Mm.
Well, he was in band. You might know him. My last name.
Oh yeah, but what did he play?
Trombone.
Oh,
If you knew him, I'm really sorry.
yeah, he had like glasses, right?
Yeah.
He always wore camo.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
I probably shouldn't have said his name.
Oops.
Oops.
Oh, Pinto B.
I'll bleep it. I'll find a bleep sound effect on iMovie and I'll go back and put
Here,
it
I'll
in.
just record one for you and then you can use it. Just do one of those.
Okay, I'll use that.
No, please don't. I'll make another.
No.
I'll do my Mariah Carey high notes. I could do the, but I'm not gonna do that.
Anyways, what were we even talking about?
Um,
Someone like you.
Oh, I was like, your parents having twins.
Oh yeah, they did. So, like, I wonder if twins are in my blood. Like, I don't plan on having
See,
kids.
I physically can't have kids because I have like PCOS, but that's another story. But I'm glad because one of my three siblings plus me, so it's four, are going to have twins, and those are literally the worst. Because I would watch like home videos.
Like,
of
I
me and
signed
my
up for
brother.
one, not two.
Yeah. And the thing is,
Can I return my
everyone
Right.
attacks me because I was the fourth child and my parents only wanted three, but I came willingly. Like I'm the twin, but everyone's like, if you weren't here, we could have a mansion. I'm like,
Oh my
no.
God.
But the thing that's funny is I'm my mom's favorite, even though
Ooh.
she didn't expect me. I'm my dad's least favorite though.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine is the opposite.
Me too, probably.
My dad's very concerned on me.
My dad, I think he likes me, but he is very emotionless because he's like, oh,
How many-
man."
How many siblings do you have?
6.
Oh
So,
wow.
so you're
Yeah.
the seventh?
I'm the youngest.
Oh wow.
My mom, she had babies when she was like 18.
You say Babus?
Yeah. Babies when she was 18. And so did my dad. But like, I have like 4 half siblings. But they're still like full to me. So.
I have my 2 older sisters, and they're so very accomplished. in
Guys,
that.
we're all the youngest.
Yeah. And are we all the mess ups? Because
No.
my sister was like,
No.
she was like high in her class. My other sister was very top in her class, and my brother, he's in every after school and in school activity, so everyone knows him. So everyone like in the hallways like, hey, Abe's sister, can you help me out with something? I'm just like,
He always calls me clue why.
that's your last name, my boy.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Wait.
Yeah, I'll bleep that out. I just realized.
Shit.
I was like, no,
He always calls me by my last name, and I don't know why.
because why not?
Because no one ever called me by my last name.
He's strange.
He never called me by my last name when we had the one class together, which was French.
Ooh.
But then, like, I saw him at Chick-fil-A and he was like, hi.
Stop saying it.
He was like, hi, last name.
He's so dramatic and he's so diva-ish. Like, I feel like he's more of a diva than I am.
Yeah.
And he's too much. But yeah, everyone knows him, and I'm the mess. Like, I'm that little dried up raisin. That everyone else is a grape, and I'm that raisin.
So, Jamie, you very quickly said that you aren't the mess up, which means you know who the mess up is,
No, I
right?
don't think there's any mess ups. I think we're all so different. I mean, there's 7 of us.
Fuck, look at this picture Lord posted of herself.
I like
She's
the
with
background.
cows.
Exactly.
What an icon.
It's like
Anyway, so what you saying? Sorry.
I feel like if anything, I love my parents so much, but they're the mess ups. Like me and my siblings, we got each other. Like I think they were like my only friends. Which no shame, cause like I hated people.
Same. I still do hate people, except for like my close groups, my Uno homies.
Yeah.
But my sisters are there for me. My parents they're always fighting.
Yeah.
Because they're brown.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm probably the mess up.
I
I
am.
don't.
Well, cause like my brother like knew where he's going to college. I still don't. He's like he's always doing stuff with them, and I'm always like I don't want to. I just like am in my room doing my own thing, and they're always like doing stuff together. So I feel like they probably think that I'm the one that they messed up on. And my dad's always like, I need to teach you how to throw a football because every boy should know how to throw a football.
Honestly, my dad's the same with my brother. Like, my brother is not athletic in any way, shape, or form, so I was like, I got this. I'll be the athletic one. And I kind of am, but, like, not anymore. But my dad's, like, whenever he needs, like, housework, like, outside work, I'm like, he calls me instead of Abe. Because Abe is very flamboyant, but he's still somewhat manly. Like, if I do something wrong, he'll, like, throw me across the room.
That's manly abuse.
He's 6'2" or 3, I don't really know. And he's built like a football player. He's not a football player, but he's built like one, so, like, and he took karate, so he can, like, high kick, and it's scary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's kind of scary.
Yeah,
my dad keeps trying to get me to go hunting. And I hate it so much. Like, you just gotta come sit in the blinds and watch the deer because they're beautiful creatures. And I'm like, that's just, you're trying to gateway me into hunting.
Next, you're gonna make me try cocaine, Dad.
But that's did I tell you about the story of, what's it called, summer camp? Because did I tell you? Yeah, I went 1 year, the first year, and it was the worst. I hated it so much.
Wait, how old were you?
I guess I lived in my house I'm living in now, so I was probably like 10 or 11 or something. I was kind of young.
And what made it the worst experience of your life?
The worst experience is, it was like an all-boy camp, so they only had all-boy stuff, like archery, basketball, golf, swimming, which I guess it's not all-boy stuff, but it's like a bunch of sporty stuff, and that's like not what I'm into. And it was like...
You're like, where's the embroidery stuff?
Yeah, I took sculpture. We had to take... Yeah, I know, it was fun. We took like, I think like 10 or something, and you had like 2 different ones each day, and it was only like a week thing and not a whole summer thing. Okay. But it was the worst, and I hated it, and the bathrooms were so disgusting. I didn't go to the bathroom the whole time I was there.
That's a week, Jacob. I only go to the restroom once a week only because I have a digestive problem. But that's a week.
I go once a day at least.
Okay. I did go once a week. I went when we went to the girls' camp for the dance because they had a nice bathroom. So that was the one time I went the whole week. Because
girls are also very weird and disgusting.
I think it's just because they make them clean the bathroom.
Okay.
Where our camps, there was like, you got to clean the dorms, but not the bathroom because no one goes in there to check. Or like the higher ups. I don't know what they're called. But anyway, the story is, the next summer came around and they're like, oh hey, we got a letter from the camp. Do you want to go again? And my brother loved it so much. He's like a counselor there now.
Oh hell.
Right? And I'm like,
told me what to do.
And I'm like, no thanks. It was the worst experience of my life. Thank you.
Okay, I had the same experience. I went to it's so bad to say it, but I went to a church retreat, and I don't regret it, but baby, I'm not doing that ever again. Only because people are so fake. Yeah, I hate I love my religion, but super religious people, Abe, They're so fake. Like, he's, like, preaching his, like, religion to everyone, but, like, at home, I can't say, oh my god, like, because every time I say it, he, like, punches me in the face and goes, don't use God's name in vain. I'm like, you don't know me. But all those people are so fake. All the events were so very lame. Like, you're supposed to blindfold yourself and trust someone else to, like, guide you.
Do you guys want to do trustful right here, right now on the podcast?
My foot is numb. I'm not.
I don't think that's a good idea. But, yeah, they expected me to trust someone, and I was like, I put the blindfold, like, above one eye just so I could see, and they're like, Val, trust. I'm like, no.
Like, do you know how heavy I am? Like, me if I was in the camp.
Those, like, little baby boys cannot touch me. And then we had a campfire, and it was so rude because I was like, I'm third to shower, but then the first two came out, and then someone else went in, and they're like, you'll go next. And then another person went in, you'll go next. Guys, of the 12 people that were in that cabin, I was the very last one. I showered at 3 in the morning.
Oh my god.
And then we woke up at 6 to start our religious stuff. I'm like,
how long were they showering?
And then the last girl, she was like, I'm just going to go in there to wash my body, not my hair. Don't worry, it's going to take me 5 minutes. She came out with wet ramen noodle hair. I'm like, you don't lie to me.
Oh my god.
It was 2. It was, I don't really care. It was 2, and then it took her an hour, and I was like, what are you doing? And then the funny thing is, I was climbing up to my bed, and I dropped the broom, and I out loud went, like, I said the S word, I was like, oh, and then the S word, and then someone woke up, and they're like, who said that? And I was like, no, not
That's
me.
scary.
Yeah, because I was at like a Catholic,
shit.
I was at a Catholic church, and I was like, oh, shit, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, I said, oh, shit. And everyone just, like, looked, and then in the morning, everyone woke up, and they're like, do y'all guys know who said that, who dropped the broom? And I was like, who would do such a thing? It was bad. And then my brother's girlfriend was across from me, and she winked at me. She's like, I know what you did. I was like, girl, don't you say anything. Yeah. Oh, I hated it so much. It was December, and it was cold.
Jeez.
My hair froze up because it was still wet from my shower that I took 3 hours ago.
Oh, God. Yeah, but what I was saying was, they said, do you want to go again? And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, you should fill out the sheet anyway with which courses you want, in case you change your mind. And they just sent me. Even though I was like, I'm
Your
like...
parents just took you?
Yeah,
Oh, heck.
well, I was like, filled it out because they made me, and I was like, I'm not going to change my mind, but if you make me do this, I guess. And then they just, like, mailed it in, and so I had to go to camp, even though I really didn't want to.
You had to pay, obviously.
Yeah.
So you weren't going to be like, I'm not going. There's probably, like, a good, like, couple hundred or 100.
Something like that, but...
Ooh.
My parents never had any money, and they were, like, really protective, so...
My parents, yeah. Well, I had to go to my church retreat because I had you had to go to one to confirm, so I needed to confirm.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Do the church retreats cost money?
I think they cost like maybe 50 or 100.
That's not bad.
I used to go
You
to...
had to feed them for 2 days.
Oh.
Like 3 meals.
I used to go to church with my grandma all the time. Not because, like, I'm really religious, but just because, like, when I was 8, I was like, my grandma always asked me to go to church. And then one day I was there with her, and I'm like, she's probably gonna die soon. I should go because it's what she wants. And that was my philosophy for, like, 10 years or something. And she's still kicking.
You're just like, when are you gonna die?
Well, like, it's not that she was sick or anything. It's just, like, she was old, and I guess I thought she was a lot older than she was, or I didn't know how that worked. So I was just going to church with her for a while because she, like, wanted me to. And then, like, I was old enough, and they're like, okay, the kids are going to start doing confirmation now. And that's when I stopped going.
Oh my god, yeah. That is, honestly, confirmation, like, it's 2 years of, like, lessons, and then you go to that church retreat, and then, I don't know, I don't know what kind of church you went through. I'm not going to really ask.
Yeah, I don't really know either. Because, like, I was never really with the church. I was never really paying attention to what they were saying that much. Like, I don't know the Bible very well. And, like, nothing against people that do, but I didn't want to confirm because I was like, that's fake, and, like, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, because I went to a Catholic church, and it's, like, one filled with, like, fake people, but you had to go through 2 years of youth group, and oh my god, youth group, like, there'll be girls, like, our lessons, it would be, like, about abstinence, and there'll be girls, like, crying, like, yes, abstinence is my life, and then at school, those same girls would be like, guess who I banged 2 days ago? I'm like, Christine, you just heard about abstinence. Like, what are you talking about? People are so weird.
I don't know, like, the only times that I have gone to church, I don't know, I felt, like, uncomfortable. I don't like not because I'm like a Satanist, because I'm not.
But
But
you're
like
a good witch.
no,
Are you a
I
good
didn't
witch
feel
or a bad
I just
witch?
felt I don't know. It just made me uncomfortable. Like, but like nothing. Like my mom, she likes it. She wants me to go with her.
I love going to church
Yeah.
because the one that I used to go to, like my me and my brother were in the choir. I was like, damn, this choir sucks. But now I go to the one that my parents go to, which is the Spanish mass, and the trumpet player plays like Louis, and the vocalists up there are like so amazing. I'm like, I can get down and dirty with this. What?
Anyways, we're talking about someone like you at some point in
Yeah,
this.
let's go back to that.
Well, we're about at the halfway point in our podcast. Do you guys want to take a little break?
Yeah.
Okay, when we come back, we're gonna play a game with Val.
That's concerning.
Yeah, she doesn't know about it, so this will be fun.
But it should be fun.
It should be fun though. So we'll see you guys back here in a minute. And we're back. We had a good break. Good, nice, long, relaxing break.
I took 4 naps.
Yup. So, anyways, we have a game. It's like the song we're doing today is "Someone Like You" by Adele. I don't know if I specified that, but I think they should assume.
Yeah, because the first.
Oh, yeah, true. Was that a gunshot?
I think that was
in our studio.
In our own studio.
Outside the building.
Jesus.
I'm actually concerned. Oh well, we're fine. This is what
Anyways, we planned on dying young.
I literally do. There's a song by Max Frost called "So You Want to Die Young," and that is my anthem. Like honestly, go ahead.
Okay.
I got shit to do. Like I gotta save some animals. I gotta take care of my parents. I can't be dying right now.
You cannot forget about
Your parents
Tia.
have 7 kids.
Yeah. You think any of them want to take care of them?
The
I
6
hope
of them
they're not
combined.
listening. I hope they're not listening. But sometimes it can be like I don't know. Like I get our parents used to suck, but like they're okay now. They got better.
I feel you.
So, anyways, the song is "Someone Like You." So, the game we're also calling "Someone Like You." We listed down a bunch of different shows or movies or other things, and we're gonna go through, and each of us is gonna give the other people a character that is like them.
Okay.
So we're finding someone like you.
It's kind of like tag yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, except we
We're
don't get to tag ourselves. You guys have to.
Okay.
Should we have it like I tag Jamie, you tag Val, Val tags me,
Okay.
or
I think we should just be like,
like
say it.
the 2 of us decide who she is,
Mhm.
and the 2 of you decide who I am, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so Jamie, what's the first show? We both have lists. Jamie did a lot more. I told her to do 10, and she did a ton.
I just did a lot because I wasn't sure.
Well,
Also, guys,
if you don't know something, we'll just
I'm
go
just say
past it.
all I
Exactly.
do is watch Broadway's and foreign films. So
Okay, well, do you know Scooby-Doo?
I do know Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Okay, we'll start with that one.
Okay.
So, who's Val from Scooby-Doo? I feel like she's kind of like
I
Freddy.
could be a monster.
You are like Freddy.
I don't know why.
Which one is that
I
one?
The blonde
Freddy.
boy.
I see
The
you.
blonde boy. Okay.
He's the main one.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Are-
Freddy or Fred?
I think it's both.
Oh.
Frederick?
Franthony?
Yeah, Franthony. I'm pretty sure it's Franthony.
I never really watched Scooby Doo, but like I feel like
Because he's kind of like, he takes... You don't take
Yeah.
charge.
Hey, I'm the most insecure
know.
person alive.
I feel like you do like take charge. Like you can like when you have to, you can do it.
Because,
Like,
well, I guess mainly she doesn't really seem like many of the other people in it.
Maybe the dog.
Like,
Scooby.
Scooby or Scrappy.
Oh.
Ooh, is Scrappy the one with the big head, small body?
Yeah.
I'm offended.
We're not associating your body type.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
just
okay.
associate like how they are.
Okay.
Yeah, Scrappy's like she's not Scrappy. Scrappy's too outgoing and oblivious.
Okay. I'm getting out.
Getting out of our office?
Yes, I'm not outgoing, apparently.
Yeah.
I think
do
you
you say you
are.
are?
No.
I think she is.
When I'm comfortable with someone or like a group of people, yes.
Mhm.
But when I'm in like
Yeah.
in a new
But Scrappy's like outgoing to everyone. He walked straight into a haunted house.
Scrappy is Abe. All right, let's
Right?
next.
Is Pinto Bean.
So then maybe she's kind of like Scooby because she's always trying to take care of Scrappy. Not that you take care of him.
I do so much. He used to get bullied so much in elementary school, and I used to beat up
Yeah.
those kids.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding. I used to physically hurt them. That's so bad to say, but I used to actually pinch the living poop out of those little babies.
Yeah, like when I first moved here, everyone was so mean to him, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
he's
he's
just a kid.
such a great person. Like, I
Yeah.
hate him with all my actual heart,
Mm-hmm.
but I could see why other people like him. He has a lot of friends, but like,
Yeah, they were so mean to him, and now he's like,
like one of the cooler kind of kids.
I don't know if I'd call him cool.
To the point where
Maybe
everyone,
popular.
Yeah, he's not cool in any way, shape, or form. We're cool. He's popular.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because everyone literally knows him.
I feel like a bunch of people know me, and that's weird. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
Only because, like, maybe because you're so creative that people know what you do, and
yeah,
people are like,
people
"That
don't
creative
know
one."
me.
People
Like-
call me Apes.
Like if
Oh, people like Jamie. Oh, the quiet one.
What? Really?
Sometimes. I mean, I'm trying to think
With
of.
me, it's
You
Jamie.
think I'm quiet?
Yes. With me, it's Jamie. Oh, the vegan.
Really?
Yeah. Or they say the vegan or the spiritual thing,
Oh my god!
which is
like,
a compliment, right?
I know. Like, who says?
I've heard the awkward one.
But my brother, he said the vegan.
Tell me who
vegan
was
spiritual.
that? Cause I'm about to.
Throw hands.
It was
Throw the
probably.
hands away.
I don't even remember.
I'll
But anyways,
write
who
it
do we say
down.
Val is?
I'll be Scooby. I'm
yeah,
okay with
I
that.
like
think she's
Scooby. Okay,
So, am I next? You're
Yeah.
looking at me.
Jacob. Obviously, Velma.
Velma. I was gonna say Velma. Because,
Velma.
baby, not only do you look poppin' in that outfit
Mm-hmm.
that you wore for Christmas,
Christmas.
I mean, Halloween. I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I don't believe in it. I'm not. But you look poppin' in it. And also, you're smart like her.
Yeah, and like I feel like
Once your glasses come off, which you don't wear, you immediately go blind. You know?
I'm always blind.
yeah, I see it because like I feel like she's like a know-it-all, and you are too.
Have you ever seen that meme where, like, I wonder what Velma looks under all those clothes? And it's, like, another one where she's, like, all, like, super, super built. And, like, I feel like that's you. Under your, not clothes, but under your skin.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I
you're a bodybuilder.
like I feel like you know what to do. Like if we were in a situation, you would be the one who would like keep us together, like calm,
Yeah.
and then you would be the one who like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Sorry.
I always relate to that post about Velma, and it was her. She was talking to her mom, and she was looking at a picture of her mom when she was younger, and she was like, and the mom was like, "You look like me," and then she says, "You look bad." And then someone like commented,
Me?
"Wouldn't Velma roast herself and her mom?"
Me! But you.
Yeah, right?
That's actually you. Who can James be?
Shaggy.
Shaggy, right? Because
'Cause-
I was thinking, because I'm Scooby, because, like, okay, so I don't know about y'all, but I'm so mean to myself that I hurt myself, like, every other day. By every other day, I mean, like, every minute of the day. And she's always there to protect me. Like, she's like, no, stop it. Like, I used to peel off my skin off my fingers a lot, and she would actually physically hurt me to stop. Like, no, but, like, she would, like, pull my hands away. So, yeah, I think you're Shaggy. Oh, and also because you're very,
like calm.
you're very calm,
well,
but when something
like,
scary or gross comes at
Chill.
you will
Yeah,
express
she
it.
runs.
Like, yeah, and like every time I do something weird or creepy or scary, she's like, no,
And
that.
I feel like we always single her out, like how they're like, "Oh, Shaggy, Scooby, you guys are gonna be the bait." I feel like that would be Jamie if we needed bait.
Honestly, I would be bait with you. Make that into
That's
t-shirts.
so
I would
romantic.
be bait.
I would be bait with you.
But yeah, you're for sure Shaggy, like 100%. Only because you're not a wimpy kind of little girl, but like you are.
Thanks.
Guys, she gets scared when I stick pencil lead inside my ear.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah,
And
that's
in
weird.
in the piercing,
Oh, the piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
right?
It's not lead. She's okay.
Whatever. Let's move
What's your next show or whatever?
Okay, I know you know The Office. Or not The Office, Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Recreation.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we doing Val first again?
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of Anne.
Yes! I was thinking that during class. I was like trying to remember. You remind me of
Yeah, because, like, Leslie's all upbeat, and so you wouldn't really think that her and Anne would be friends, but they are. And so, like, Anne's just kind of the calm version of someone who's super hyper about everything and excited about everything. And I feel like you're like that underneath,
Ooh.
but you're just trying to keep a cool, level head, and you're also, like, very sarcastic.
Ooh,
Yes!
It's almost the point it's concerning. Alright, I'm Anne. I feel that.
Do you feel it?
I feel it.
I
I feel it.
I feel God in this Chili's tonight.
Ooh. Okay, so Jacob. So for me, I think I don't know his name, but what's the one that always goes Ann Perkins?
see it.
Chris.
Chris. The one
Yeah?
that the one they didn't date,
Rob
right?
Lowe.
They- They dated at the end.
Rob Lowe. I think
The super
you're
healthy
him,
one.
only because
Spoiler.
he kind of has. He doesn't
But-
have a filter, like Jacob.
Yeah, but he's so positive.
I know.
Oh, except he's severely depressed.
Yeah.
That's literally you. He doesn't have a filter. Like, every time I see Jacob, the first thing that comes into his anything that comes up to his head, he'll say it. Like, one time I said, today's just a mess for me. And he goes, isn't that, like, every day for you? Like, that is literally, like, you don't have a filter. I feel like
You don't.
when you first meet someone, you're like, hey, but then in the end, you're like, I don't like you, you know?
Honestly, I think you're a mixture of Leslie and what's his name? Forgot his name.
Tom?
And Aziz Ansari.
Tom.
Oh.
Tom. Yeah.
Ooh.
Because like you said, like you have no filter. Like I think you get the like sassy side from Tom because like sometimes you roast me and I want to cry.
Yeah.
But like you're
I've
also
been
like
roasted before.
you're also like Leslie. Like you like
Leslie.
Leslie.
She has no
Leslie.
I know, but just that time.
I think you're also like Leslie because like I cannot say her name. Whatever.
She's
like,
also
just
very
a fault.
positive, but you're positive on the outside, but I feel like, but she's also always breaking down because no one is like ever on her side,
Put me on
Yeah.
blast.
or
Why
she,
don't
her
you?
job is
And
slowly
I
falling
feel like you
apart.
would fight for like what
For your
Right?
for your opinion.
Hey guys, there's a first aid kit in our office.
Oh, I'm gonna
I can't
tear
believe
off
it's
my face.
hidden in this hidden latch of our desk.
Okay, now you can James.
My friends used to tell me that they thought I was like Jerry.
No, that's
Jerry
fucked
Terry
up.
Bear.
Right?
Well, like he's
I
not
can't get the
bad,
secret
but like
panel
you're
back
not
on.
like him.
Okay.
He's really cute though. He's
Yeah,
like,
I
so
like him.
cute.
He's got that nice wife.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking for Jamie. I also it's been a very long time since I've watched the show. I don't know their names, but who is that one that is their friends and they always see at the club and he's like trying to sell his perfume, but his perfume never sells. What is his name?
Tom?
No, John.
John Ralphio.
You're John Ralphio.
Oh my god.
So sorry.
No way.
Because he comes up with really weird things that could be useful, but no one else agrees.
No, I feel like she is John Ralphio, but she's also Jerry. Gary.
Okay, that is the
Like-
best mixture in the whole world.
No, because you're
What
like,
the fuck? What kind of show you guys been watching?
because you're like underappreciated, but you're actually trying real hard, and you got like, and then
'Cause,
like,
Starts crying.
I feel like he comes up with random perfumes. I feel like you would come up with like, here is what like a vegan sweat perfume.
vagina flower.
Oh my lord.
First of all, you don't put scents up there because
No, it's just that's the
It's a
name of the
smell.
scent, like a candle.
So yeah, and he's always like trying to get with someone. No, he's not. But he's always like
he is.
He's always like
I'm
that's
kind
not
of.
the part of you.
He's always kind of wild and
He
crazy,
always, like,
and Jamie
wants
definitely
money.
gets that way.
He's always, but you don't always want money. But it's funny.
No, I was. But
What'd you say?
Yeah,
I do
but
always
like
want
also
money.
like
I do.
You know.
also like Jerry, like everyone like roasts him,
Yeah.
and I feel like no, I
Is
mean
his
that's
name
just
really
kind of me too.
Jerry?
His name's Gary,
Okay.
but everyone calls him Jerry, so I
thought
don't
it
really
was
know what it is.
Jerry.
They call him Jerry, Gary, and Terry, like at different points because that's like the kind of like joke, I guess, that people
Okay.
don't care enough to get his name right.
Jamie, Amsterdam, James.
The two people that I did not expect to be.
Who did you expect?
Who did you expect?
I didn't expect anyone. I was just thinking it would be cool.
Honestly,
if
I
was,
expected
like,
Andy only because
Yeah.
I'm a mess.
I like Andy. He's so funny. That's why I was like, I hope I'm.
I
Andy.
completely forgot about April. Like I forgot she was a
I
character.
would love to be April.
You're April.
Am I April?
More than Anne though.
Yes. I see. You're like a nice April. Like a nicer. Like she's
More
really
enthusiastic April.
Cool. Yeah.
I respect that.
And in April. I forgot about April.
How do we forget about April? How did
She's my favorite.
right? She's so good.
Andy's my favorite.
What's the next show, y'all?
I have the characters from Mario Kart written down.
Okay. I call being Luigi. I know that's y'all
I mean,
picked it. But...
Okay, so who do we
Okay.
see?
Oh
first?
no, I want to be
Mario?
the big one, the Waluigi.
Okay.
Hmm.
I see Luigi.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, tall, and handsome.
Luigi's like
Don't attack me. Come on, Jacob, just say it.
Luigi's like his main points are kind of that he's like a coward
Okay,
Oh,
and just as
Never
good as
mind.
Mario but underappreciated.
exactly.
with
That's what I was
Abe.
thinking.
that's me.
But I don't think she's a coward. I think that
I'm just underappreciated.
you have
But
so much
also-
potential, but like people don't see that.
And Luigi's like super nice.
Okay.
I'm just going through stuff. Not saying that you aren't this. I'm also trying to think of who maybe you could be. Kind of like Shy Guy, You know, the little one with the mask and the hoodie?
No, that's.
Is that
Wait.
you? That may be
I
you,
don't know.
Jacob.
I feel more like Princess Peach at heart, but let's go back to you.
You could be. You look a lot like her.
What,
Like,
what other
seriously.
Mario characters are
I mean, there's Yoshi, but
I don't want to
yeah, I
throw
don't-
up eggs, you know?
Mhm.
I don't eat eggs. I do
um,
throw up. Just kidding. As she, like, looks away, like, frantically, like...
who's like the boos, the little ones that hide when you look at them, but then they chase you when you're not.
Me.
Yeah, right.
I want attention, but don't look at me.
hmm And they're also like little cute ghosts, like they're dead inside and out.
Oh my god, me?
Oh.
Or you could be King Boo because you have that crown.
I was thinking Donkey Kong. Is he a character?
Yeah, he is.
Well, because I'm
I'm-
Donkey
I feel like she's
Diddy.
more like Diddy.
I mean, I'm a... Who's Diddy?
Diddy's
It's
the
the
little
little-
Donkey Kong, the skinny one.
Thank you. I'm okay with being that, because monkeys are my favorite.
Aw.
People think I look like one.
Ooh.
I don't, but I do.
Wait, what'd you say?
People say I look like.
Oh, I thought you said you do though.
No,
Yeah.
I said me too though.
Oh.
Okay, they're my favorite. But yeah, so we're gonna go with the skinny donkey. Yours.
The
Diddy
skinny
Kong.
donkey.
You can be, as you said, Peach, or even what's Peach's sister?
Daisy?
You can be Daisy, because why
Oh
not?
no, you keep going.
Yeah, I don't
I
want to
was
give
thinking
too
out
much
loud.
opinions on Peach, but I have.
Go ahead with your. Why do you think Peach
Oh.
is your favorite? Like, why do you think?
Well,
she's your
because
favorite?
she's like,
She's a
everyone thinks she's like calm and like collected.
But you know, when she got some man, he bets not leave her.
Yeah, but I was playing. Well, like she does. I'm not even sure she wants to be with Mario, because I was playing the new one. It's called Mario Odyssey, and at the end they're on the moon, and Mario saves her from being married to Bowser, and Peach just leaves both of them on the moon and steals Mario's rocket ship to go back to
Oh,
Earth.
wow, that
And
seems like
that-
something you would
Yeah.
actually
Right? She always bakes that cake, and you know how much I love cake,
do. Do you like cake?
He liked that cake.
and also like baking too.
Yeah. Who's that? new
And
one?
also Mario goes
Rosalina?
through all this trouble for saving her, and she just the most she's ever does like kiss him on the nose, like thanks, like thanks. Rosalina's like emo.
Oh.
She's like the queen of the galaxy or
Are
something.
you Rosalina? You're not emo, but you
I don't
do you prefer.
I don't actually know if she's emo, but she does have that bang in her
Yeah.
face.
Ooh, that would
Okay,
be-
so did we settle that you're?
I mean, you guys can say
you're
whatever.
Peach,
I
because you're heartless.
I
Thanks.
And
I
the point-
honestly don't know like characters back. Like,
I feel like she's
personality
kind of
wise.
Yoshi.
I
right?
love Yoshi.
Like you would let people ride you.
One. Only
Okay.
one.
Okay.
I feel like Yoshi because like he's like a dinosaur, so he's not that smart. Not that you're not smart,
He's a very fast
but
runner, though.
but like he
if-
is
I'm
like
not.
when it comes to your
like
friends.
he's always happy and he assumes the best in people and he's always kind of like just trying to eat his apples.
Jamie does assume the best out of people, which I hate
Yeah, which is wrong and
because
she shouldn't.
I love watching. I'm pessimistic as heck, and I only see the bad things in people.
Right.
All I think is no one can be as bad as my parents.
Literally,
I love
I
them
bet you they're
so
not even that
much.
bad.
You don't even know them, honey. Like I love them so much, but like, okay. Anyways, I'm just like no one can be as bad as them. Baddie, no.
So you're Yoshi
Okay,
because
I like that.
when you press the B button, you sprint for your friends.
And when you press the A button, that tongue goes out.
Spits out that air or swallows it. Who knows?
Right?
But yeah,
A vegan one. No.
Vegan egg.
let's-
Okay, so what's the next list you have, Jamie?
Okay.
I saw Hannah Montana on there.
Oh,
Do you want to do
okay.
that?
I just want to say, can I please be Hannah Montana? Because if y'all don't know me, I'm gonna tell
Hannah
y'all.
or Miley?
Let me tell y'all.
It's Hannah Montana.
Hi, I'm Val.
Oh wait.
I'm Val, and I have split personality disorder. I have Constantine, Marissa, and Rob. So, like Miley, like Hannah Montana, she has two personalities, which is Hannah Montana and then her regular self. So, can I be her, please?
I feel like Lily has more personalities though.
She a little wild.
Yeah.
Oh, that just made me think. Go on.
But she also has like Lola, which is her personality to be friends with Hannah. And then I feel like she's always. It's been forever since I've seen that show.
Honestly, I would be the brother also
Jackson.
because he was 40 on the show, but he played like a 15-year-old.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe like Not Rico.
You would be
She's
Billy
not-
Ray.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's Billy Ray.
What the fuck? Why
You would be
am I
the dad.
You would definitely be Billy Ray.
Why am I Billy Ray?
You're so accepting, but in the inside you're like,
Yeah, you're always trying to give advice, but Billy Ray's just kind of like distant, and he's
and then
like doing
Jacob
weird.
can be
Like he's like, "What are you doing, Jackson?" He's like, "Cutting my toenails and trying to get him to hit the gong," and you're just like,
Oh my God, it's a- and
I
then
feel like that's you.
Jacob can be her aunt, which was
Dolly
played by
Parton.
Dolly, because she was so out there with her, and I feel like if you ever have little relatives like nieces or nephews or even children, you'll be like, listen up,
Yo,
I'm the
'cause
queen.
this is it. Beat and a banging is delicious. It's, yeah, you know her Fergalicious?
I've heard it, but I'm very confused. But yeah, that's my Hannah Montana. We're good.
Okay.
What other show are you thinking of before I?
Not show, but like the Mickey Mouse characters. So like Mickey, Goofy,
Okay.
Donald.
I feel like
Daisy.
she's like.
I feel like she's Donald.
I was gonna say Donald.
was
I
gonna
hate
say-
that name.
I was gonna
It's
say,
Donald.
what's her name? Daphne?
Daisy?
Daisy.
I don't.
The- Hold
No.
on, before
Also, who's the cow? Like, what's she like?
Clarabelle.
Because I don't know much about her.
before
neither.
you go on,
Ooh,
Does
ooh.
that not look
I
like me?
forgot you told
What,
me
okay, I
that.
haven't done my eyebrows today, but when I do my eyebrows with that sharp
Is that
little thing-
Donald Duck?
This is one of his relatives, and his name is Gladstone Gander.
Ah,
I
yeah,
look
you do
like
have
him.
very similar eyebrows.
Mhm.
Very sharp, very dark.
And-
Not
Mhm.
sharp, mine are straight, but like very dark.
Hmm. And you do that hand on the hip pose,
I'm
like he's
very
doing.
sassy. So yeah, I think I would be him, but I'm okay with Donald only because sometimes when I talk, I talk too much. You can't understand it.
I
So
feel like Donald is also always like kind of associated with being angry, but
and
I think
pessimistic,
that's
which is me.
Yeah.
that's mainly because like bad
No
stuff
one
just always
understands.
happens to him.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
have the worst luck.
Yeah, he's a misunderstood soul. you know?
Problematic
I'm
fave, Donald Duck.
Yeah, that's me. He's my actual
See it.
spirit.
Well,
Who's
me.
next?
You?
I see Minnie.
Minnie? I don't know
Minnie?
much
Wait,
about
no.
Minnie.
Okay. So I don't see Minnie, but I do see.
I know I'm not Minnie. Like size.
Okay, so what's his name? Ferris P. If he had a significant other,
Oh, is that the big dog
cow
pig?
dog,
He's a dog.
Yeah,
He's mean.
he's always against
The mean
Goofy.
one who's like a
Yeah.
butcher.
But if he had a significant other, he would be that.
Because I'm in an abusive relationship.
No, no. But that's what I'm thinking.
I feel like you're. I forgot his name. Oh, Max, Goofy's son.
Oh my god,
Right?
yes! Because Max hates going to things, and you
He-
hate going to places.
He like wants to do his own thing. You know.
He just wants to skate around, Dad.
I see Max.
Remember that post that was like Max from Goofy movies all grown up and he is hot? Why do you have that
Oh,
finger in your
ew.
mouth?
Ew, do not say I chopped her off.
Oh, you bit it?
Yeah.
So, guys, I have these in the office. I have these.
Did you want these?
I wanted one of them.
Okay, baby, we got one of them.
Okay. I have these cardboard hands that came in like these
Why are
Princess.
you exposing her?
That came with these Princess Peach gloves I bought to like keep them like flat, I guess. And I just have those
Okay,
cardboard.
they were just
laying here.
thrown in here. What
Yeah,
did you
where else
expect?
am I supposed to put them?
You right, don't attack me.
On my tit.
I have to have them in the office in case I have people in the office. You know, as a fun like conversation starter.
Baby,
It started a
conversation
conversation.
why is the finger bit off?
I guess you have a point. I was
And
actually
why is
thinking.
it kind of wet?
I was actually thinking I might use them in like an art piece or I don't know.
I feel extremely awful
It's
for
okay.
biting off the dang finger.
Oh,
But wait, they're both right hands, so we're good.
Yeah.
if you flip it, isn't the left hand though?
Yeah, but it's like cardboard. The other side is like more.
Oh, is it?
Don't.
The
Let's forget
hands
about
aren't the problem. Anyways, who's Jamie from the Mickey Mouse?
it. Okay,
group.
so like the one cow you said,
Clarabelle.
I think you would be Clarabelle.
Because we don't know much about her.
I'm not to leave.
No.
Why are you guys roasting me
It was not me.
today?
It was Jacob.
But that would be me. Like to be honest, there's so much you don't know.
For me, it's because she's like, oh hello, you know.
I'm like that.
No.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because every time I see you, you're very like excited to see me.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much. But like, you know how she's like obsessed with Goofy, but Goofy doesn't get it.
Yeah, she is obsessed with Goofy, Jamie.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
she doesn't. Goofy doesn't get it. Goofy doesn't know. Oh, I think Clara. What's her name? Clarabelle.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure. I don't
Doesn't.
know.
I think he doesn't know that she likes him.
And
You
Clarabelle's
right
finna
now.
hop on it.
Constancio.
Like Constancio. Constancio is just standing there living his life, and you wink at him or smile at him once, but he doesn't know. But you think,
He's just over there and being goofy.
yeah, you're Clarabelle. Okay, I'm sorry. Who did
It's
you
okay.
think?
No, I had no idea. I was.
Me either.
That sounded shady.
That was. Anyways, you guys have something? Oh no, I have the next list. You guys ever watch Lilo and Stitch?
Yes,
Kind.
I look like her. When
I
I
watched
when
the
I was
movie,
younger.
right?
It was also a show, but I feel like Val's kind of like Nani, the sister.
Ooh.
Yes, I see it.
Ooh.
Like, cause she's taking care of Lilo and doing her
Mhm.
best, even though she's like really struggling all the time.
Me.
She's just trying.
I'm about to cry. Really? Like, I'm crying because, like, this morning I woke up so early and I made my brother, who's inconsiderate, breakfast. I'm taking care for him. And guess what? He said nothing. But yeah, thank you for that.
It's
can
who
be,
am I?
you can be Stitch.
I see Lilo.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
because Lilo has her moments where she's like sad.
Oh, she's a very,
She's very independent.
she's a very crisis little girl. Like,
Mhm.
she's in so many crises. She's in so many
Crises?
crises, there you go. And she's like, every night you know she screamed into her pillow.
Yeah.
And I know you
Mhm.
do that.
Mhm.
Wait, put me on
I
blast.
know you- so yeah, for sure.
I see Lilo.
Okay. See, I was gonna say Jamie might be Pleakley,
Who's
the green one with two tongues, who's
Wait,
always
wait.
freaking out.
the one
Oh.
with one eye?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you guys were gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, cause like kind of stressed all the time and just like cluelessly kind of happy sometimes, and just he's the one that always dresses up as the woman, and I feel
Yeah.
like Jamie would do that if she had to. Like,
I already am.
Yeah,
and then, like,
I feel that.
but I also now you said something about Lilo that maybe Jamie is because Lilo is trying to save all the experiments and find a place for them.
Very true. Jamie is a very she's an activist on.
Animals, and she's
Animals.
just like trying to help people.
Maybe I can be that guy, but like
Gantu?
Lilo. Is that his name?
Jumba? What do you mean?
The one you told me. The one with
The
the
green
one
one.
Pleakley?
eye.
Oh.
Yeah. I can be him, but like if he saved them.
You know, I can't think of which one of you it is, but 625, I think, the one that
The
only makes
girl?
sandwiches. And like he has all the same powers as Stitch, but he's just too lazy to use them, so he just sits there making sandwiches all day.
That
Are you
is
saying- who are you
so
saying that is?
cute.
I'm trying to figure out which one of you it is, because I feel like it might be Jamie. Like, she has a lot of potential she's not using. And she's like the sidekick of the evil guy, but instead of being evil, she just sasses him the whole time.
What's his name again?
His name is Ruben in the end. It's like the very last movie. She's like, we never gave you a name, we'll call you Ruben. It was pretty cute.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, he's like little brown. He was the one from the video game where you have to stack the sandwich.
He is so
He kind of looks like
Oh
you.
wow, he is adorable.
Like, in a weird way.
He's so cute.
I see it.
Oh. Yes. Honestly, I would have that's me, but like with a burrito. I would eat a burrito every day.
I got being this little guy.
I think that's 627.
I got being 627.
Well,
He was like Stitch, but like super angry all the time.
Hmm.
I could get into giving you experiments, but that would be too much because there's a lot of
No,
them.
that's Pinhead.
I love
which
that.
is the pink Stitch.
Angel.
That is so cute. I had a little stuffed angel.
Mhm.
Yes, like
You know,
that.
Lilo and Stitch or Stitch and Angel don't actually canonically have genders. So
I'm me. I'm a non. My pronoun is it or ew.
or ew.
Yeah, I don't believe in gender.
Look at that ew over there.
No.
Me.
Oh, should we? This is the last one.
We can go longer. We can
Okay.
have a longer. We've been going like an hour, but we have a ton of time and don't
You're
have
getting the
plans.
vibe,
This
y'all.
one
Don't have plans for another
is
podcast
so
after
funny.
this.
Okay. Did you ever watch Victorious? If not, we can skip.
I did, but there's so much feet. But let's do it.
That was just a Nickelodeon thing. Nickelodeon has a foot fetish.
Does it?
Yeah, that's why it's
Ew.
making all these young people like do like foot things. Like when Sam and Cat was on, remember that show? That was a flop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause they-
My dad loved that show.
I mean, it might have like actually been good and funny because like Sam and Cat were both funny characters, but I didn't
Mhm.
watch it because it was like dumb in concept. But they're like Sam and Cat premieres tomorrow. Everyone write Sam and Cat on your foot, take a
What the
picture, and tweet
fuck?
it to us.
Oh heck no.
And it was
Ew.
like,
What
yeah.
if like some little kid had like some tone phobias?
Oh yeah. I don't. I used to watch when I was younger. I used to watch telenovelas because I am around.
Mhm.
So I would never like. I used to watch these shows when my mom wasn't around.
Oh.
So yeah, I remember watching that, but I just remember like in my telenovelas, I did not see this many feet.
yeah, I don't like feet.
And there's a lot of sexual innuendos in there.
I mean, that's just
I haven't
Kinda.
watched
like
it
a lot of
recently.
people are saying like conspiracy theory. They're trying to taint kids by putting sexual innuendos in kids shows. But I think they've just always done that so the parents have something to enjoy.
Yeah,
like when
that's
watching
what I
with
was
kids.
thinking.
Like Shrek, like had those innuendos in it, like
You don't understand.
and
how much
sugar
I
honey
dislike
iced
Shrek.
tea.
Wait, what? What's
That was from Madagascar. He says sugar honey iced tea because it's SHIT.
Oh, I didn't. That's not funny.
Yeah, I mean I didn't get it, but it's kind of like an adult reference.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Like-
think it was trying to taint kids though. But maybe, never know. Anyways, we're gonna like assign people. So who is she? I feel like she's Robbie.
No,
So
because I
weird.
see Robbie as like a coward, not like
Is
yeah.
he? I just thought he was kind of like strange.
I see you as Beck. I see
Yeah,
Beck.
she is
Isn't that
Beck.
strange
Right?
to you?
You're so
Which
much
one's
like
Beck?
Beck. That's
Beck is the
The
chill one that dated
Latin-looking one?
Jade.
yes, him, the Latin-looking one. I see Beck.
I'm okay with that.
Cause like he's so like chill and like I feel like okay when you can't speak. Cause like outside you look like you're so like chill. Like you have not everything together, but you know what you want to do. You know, and I feel like that's like you.
Thank you.
That's what you seem
Just know
like.
on the inside, y'all, I'm breaking down.
That's probably him and Jay. You know, they got some problems sometimes.
They separated, I think. Separated like they were married. They broke up.
All right, I'm okay with being Beck.
Who am I?
Let's see that.
Cat.
Rex.
Rex.
Wait, which one's Rex?
That's
Rex
a
is the
puppet.
puppet.
Oh,
You
oh!
are exactly like Rex.
I
was
need
like,
you to
I was
stop.
like, I see Robbie. I was like, no.
What about
Robbie-
Tori?
I was like, a mean Robbie. And I was like, Rex.
I see now. He has no filter because he's a damn puppet.
Exactly. And he's so sassy and he roasts everyone.
Honestly, I've said no filter.
How
about
many
you
times
so
have
many
I
times.
roasted you guys?
So much.
at least like twice a day.
Val,
at least.
when?
Okay, every time I walk in, you say, "Oh, here's Val again," and her like suicidal self.
Uh,
Literally, this
I
happens.
don't think I've ever said that. I was like,
I
here's
walk in and-
Val. Maybe.
And Val, why do you look so sad again? You've actually said
No,
that.
I just said, why do you look uncomfortable? Because you're like looking at the table, like.
Rex would say that.
You're, and then, I don't know. I feel like you and me hit it off pretty well. Like we're good friends. You don't say anything mean about me, but I've heard you roast other people. But you've
I
said
try
some,
not to roast people.
baby. You got no filter.
Yeah.
People are so mean to me. It's a defense mechanism.
But your Uno club is not mean to you. I'm not.
You call me a hoe at least once a day.
That's because I need to establish that you're more of a hoe than me.
That's something Rex would say.
Because everyone was like, who's more of a hoe, Jamie or Jacob? Don't know why they singled us out. But everyone was putting on me. And I'm like, no, it's Jamie. Now they've tried to drop it, but I won't let them forget that Jamie's more of a hoe.
Whatever. I think you're Rex.
Rex.
I think she's Andre.
I love that.
I like it because I like him. He's cool.
Andre,
Or maybe
I've seen the most
maybe
sweet things
Trina?
with him though. Trina being,
Trina's the sister that doesn't have any talent.
oh my god, this boy
Or maybe,
is here to attack.
what about Psychowitz, the teacher?
Ooh,
He's like kind of crazy. I feel like she's the kind of person who has everyone over to his house, but then it's like you have to stay in character the whole time,
gross.
Me and my party last year.
right?
I was like, come in Harry Potter wear. But no one did.
Yeah, I've never seen any of those.
Yeah, so one of those three. Probably not Trina though. I don't know what Trina actually had going on for her,
She was.
other than being annoying.
Yeah. She was annoying.
I think she had nice purses.
I think so. She loved Chicago.
Who doesn't?
I've never been, but
No, the musical.
oh, I love it.
Or was
It's
it the
amazing.
city? The musical.
That song didn't come out in the musical. Whatever she was
He
singing.
had it coming. He
Yeah, it
had
did.
it coming.
He had
No,
it
she didn't sing that.
coming all along.
I don't know,
She
but I
sang
just like that song.
Chicago.
Oh.
Chicago. There's
It's
a
a
place
city
like
in- oh,
there's a place I call it Michigan.
when I think I'm missing it.
Wait, Michigan. Oh, so Michigan is a trigger word for me.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, you ever seen Finding Nemo?
I grew up being Dory.
Oh, we get to decide.
Okay.
I feel like she's kind of like the starfish that hangs on the glass.
Y'all,
No.
I'm hanging out to that one thread that's keeping me alive, but I'm like, I want to get rid of it.
I see you.
She's kind of like Gil, like the emo one, the emo fish.
When I got scratched?
Yeah. Like, because she's been through it and she's just trying to train the kid.
Yeah, I was trying to find out his name. That's
Gil.
the.
Yeah, I think that's Gil.
I see it. Because you're like strong,
Ooh.
and he's isn't he like black and white?
Mhm.
And you're like, you love black. Well,
Mhm.
he's also white, but you like.
I hate to be my wife. But that's okay, I'm wearing
You're
it.
wearing black and white plaid right now.
Yeah, but
Leave me
she's still.
alone. I'm wearing black jeans.
Yeah, that's his name,
With
Gil.
black
Yeah, I
jeans
think
and
so.
black
I see
jeans.
Gil.
Oh, is that a dogs?
Little
Yeah.
puppies. Okay.
You.
Why are you playing that?
I see you being the dad.
Marlon?
Yeah.
No, okay, so I don't
You
know
think
if
if I lost a child, I'd look for it?
I don't know if y'all seen the most recent one, but Hank,
The
the
octopus
with like 7.
Yeah.
I think you guys Hank because you slide and you like get through everywhere.
And he like really hates Dory, but he's helping her the whole time.
Yes.
You're Hank,
You're Hank. I feel like
and he's very blunt.
you only do
I felt
things.
so sad with Dory's parents in that movie. How
I
they're
know.
putting rocks to lead her all the way there every day.
I know.
You could go out further.
I see
Don't be
Hank.
sensitive.
Fine, shoot, I'm gone. Over it.
Yeah, but you're Hank, and then you, my girl.
I was thinking she's kind of like the pelican.
Oh yeah, the one that,
Wait,
the one that.
which pelican?
No, the one that.
Is there more than
the
one
one that
pelican?
runs
Oh,
to the window.
I was thinking that pigeon.
The seagulls
I
that
was
say
thinking
mine.
It could be the girl
No.
that kills the fish.
Why are we just roasting Jamie
No,
with all of these?
No,
because she loves the fish
You know
so
who
much
I
that she's
am?
way too
I don't
excited.
even know what his name is.
The
I'm a
purple and
turtle.
yellow fish?
I'm a
Oh,
turtle.
Crush? The one who's like, yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Yeah, no, not like that.
But I think you're that
No,
girl that kills
she's
the fish.
she's the sharks that
I
say
would
fish are
never-
friends, not
know.
food.
Ooh.
There's Bruce and then there's the
Oh,
other two.
Bruce!
And they're like
Yes.
being so nice, but everyone's scared.
Mhm.
But like then they smell the blood and they can't control themselves. So you're probably not Bruce. You're like the one with the sawhead
The
shark.
hammerhead.
This
Okay.
one of
Yeah, I
those
see
who
that.
they're trying to stop Bruce because
Yeah.
they're still believing that fish are friends.
Oh,
I'm still on that. You're that girl.
I would never.
You
kill
always.
a fish.
I know, but you talk about like
You
get-
hate fish.
you get too excited when it
You
comes.
hate
But I would
underwater
never kill-
animals.
You
But
get-
I would never kill them.
She's a vegan. You get too excited when it comes to like your dog, so you shake him because you don't know what to do, but you're so excited
I only shake him
because you love him. That's
Don't
the girl.
shake the
so
baby.
Funny because he gets mad when I shake him. I'm like this, and he gets so mad, and it's so funny. But I don't shake anything else.
That's because you haven't gone a fish yet.
I will never touch a fish. Well, the only time I've touched a fish is when my dad and brother went fishing, and they were
Just like pick one for the next.
they were like leaving the fish on the hooks, and I was like, what the heck, you know? So I took the. You see, I hate fish. Like they're so scary to me. But I took those hooks out of their mouth, and I was like, ugh, and then like, and there was blood.
Ugh.
It was gross. So see, I would save fishes. Oh, I save fishes.
Okay, you're solid girl. Next one, I
He's
want
like,
to
I
do.
still think you're her.
I want to do Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
Okay,
She's kind of like
I don't know his name.
Haymitch.
the one that does weed every day.
Smooth
He's an alcoholic.
Gale?
No,
Who are you thinking?
I don't know his name. He's the one that came out on this.
Finnick?
His name is.
Finnick? Is that the
The
buff?
the water. Yeah, the bluff one.
I see it's him.
Thank you, y'all.
Yeah, the hot one.
Oh, thank you, y'all.
I don't actually know. I
'Cause
never
he's
saw
like-
the movie.
He's so slick
The
and
second-
like smooth, and sometimes I see he's being like smooth, like everything he says. Like,
Oh, I thought you meant his body was
oh
smooth.
no, like smooth.
Careless.
Like,
I love
She
it.
always uses lotion.
I do
Oh, you
always. I
do.
love lotion. That's not the point. Jacob.
And he was like, he was everyone. Well, not everyone, but Katniss like didn't trust
Everyone
him.
thought he was a.
But
he
then
was a
in
good
the end, he
person.
was like a good guy, and he like knew what was going
Same.
on.
People always come up to me. They're like, "Val, I used to think you were very intimidating to look at because you just have like daggerish eyes, but in the end, you're actually like kind of somewhat maybe a little bit sweet." Thank you.
I think
Jacob.
you're.
What is that one in that one character?
Effie Trinket.
It was in the first movie. Do you want to be Effie?
No.
It was the first movie.
I just felt like you would say it.
Katniss and him were on the top, and
Peeta?
he was
Cato?
Cato. There we go. I think you're Cato because
What?
you're clever, but in the end, there's gonna be a Katniss that might take you down.
I don't
I
think
don't know
Cato
who
was
Cato
clever.
is.
I thought he was just strong.
No, but he came up with all those bomb things.
No, that was the other guy in their group. They had someone from like District 7 who was good with tech on their team just so he would make them
But he was
bombs.
clever enough to get them to like form a whole group.
I see you as being Peeta because first of all, you like baking.
Ooh.
Second of all, I feel like if you were ever in the Hunger Games, you would be him. Like
Just
I feel
hiding.
Like, yeah, like
or,
'cause I know
you would paint your skin to look like a
Mhm.
tree or like
Mhm.
rocks. Oh my god.
use your
Take
art.
back
And
to
I
Peeta,
would
you're
I would
Peeta.
100% be the one that's kidnapped and tortured.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
That's the third book. He gets
I've
Okay.
at the
only
end,
seen the first one.
in the end of the second book, they're back in the Hunger Games because that's like every 25 years they do like a special thing, and then this year it was they do repeat winners. So Peeta and Katniss were back in the Hunger Games, but this time they like broke out of it. Yeah, I know, isn't it messed up?
What the hell?
You need to watch
I
it.
can't believe you don't know the Hunger Games.
I've only seen the first
But
movie.
anyways,
They have the other
they're
one on Netflix.
in the arena, and so Katniss and like a bunch of the other like winners, they had well, not Katniss, she wasn't in on it, but a bunch of the other winners and Haymitch had a plan to destroy the games from within and then retreat to District 13, which everyone had been told was bombed, but it was actually thriving underneath the ground. So at the end of it, Katniss and like Fennec and like maybe two others that were like with her were saved by the people that go to District 13, but I think her name was Johanna and also Peeta that they got captured by the Capitol and got taken prisoner, and they were what? No, he didn't. Peeta didn't. I don't know about the other girl. I think she's
Johanna
okay.
didn't. She like shaved her head or something.
Yeah, something weird. But then they torture him with Tracker Jacker poison, which makes him associate Katniss with bad things. So when they save him,
Ooh,
he tries to kill her.
yeah, he chokes her really, really hard, and her eyes bulge out red. It's so cool.
Yeah, but they fix him, and then Katniss ends up with him. It was like weird at the end. She was like, not because of love, because Peeta's the safe choice, and I feel like someone's gonna settle for me like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel
baby.
like
Maybe just like yeah.
no,
Yeah,
I was
100%.
also gonna get to that. Like, didn't he like her in the first movie, but she
Mhm.
had that like love triangle going on? I feel like that would be you. Like, you would like someone, but okay, never mind. I don't want to roast you.
Oh.
I think we can all agree that you will be Rue. 100%.
The little girl.
Yeah. Because Rue is not there to
Is that the
kill.
one that like?
Yeah,
She's
Rue
the
is-
one that dies,
she-
and then Katniss puts all the flowers on.
Yeah, but she's the one that cured Katniss from the
Tracker
Jacks.
Jacker.
And she was just hiding much above the trees. Like, you're Rue, 100%.
How did Rue cure her again? Was it like
With
leaves?
leaves. And
Yeah.
like leaves, like aloe
I
vera.
forgot
I
how
do
much I
believe-
love the Hunger Games.
I do believe in natural remedies. So
Yeah, you're Rue.
That's why you're Rue.
And Rue's like, Rue is like down for
I
Katniss
feel like
to
she's-
kill, but she's not gonna kill herself.
What if she's Mags?
The old lady?
Yeah, the old lady.
Max is she's such a hassle. Like, she was like dead weight.
But she was like, everyone.
Wait.
She was like, I know I'm dead weight, so she killed herself so
I
that they could
know,
go
but
on
it
more.
took her a
oh
while
my
for
god,
her to
I
die.
was gonna say, did anyone kill themselves? Because that's me.
Maybe.
Because Mags was there with Finnick and like
And
because
Finnick
she won
everywhere.
way long ago, so now she's like 70 and back in the Hunger Games.
Everywhere Finnick would go, he'd have to like carry her.
Yeah, and
Oh,
no one
yeah.
no one could understand her because she had like this
Oh,
old.
she was mute, wasn't she? No,
I thought she had just a heavy accent from her district. And she was really good at swimming though. I know you can't swim, but
I can't swim.
but she was like really good at swimming still, and she was like smart or something maybe. But she was like going with them, and then the poison fog appeared, and they were all running from it. And Peeta, I think, had Mags on his back, and she just hopped off and walked into the fog so they could get out safe.
Yeah, I would do that.
Mhm.
So sad.
I would kill myself because I know I wouldn't want to kill anyone. And you know that saying, be kill or be killed.
Mhm.
So I feel like if I was in the Hunger Games, I would like kill myself or hide because
You know, it's a theory that Foxface killed herself because Foxface is the one that dies by eating poison berries in the first book. They don't know her name, so Katniss just calls her Foxface.
Oh yeah.
But in the movie, it shows her studying poisonous plants in like the training area, so that's why they think that she ate the berries to kill herself.
I would be Foxface.
yeah, that's
All
I
of us
see
are
rat
Foxface.
was on the ground. Oh, what is? It says like
And
rat
I
poison.
Forbidden snack.
I ate a ton of blueberries today.
That's why.
Right. Oh, what's it?
Okay, we can do like one or two more,
Okay.
like one for each of us.
Okay,
Maybe three. I don't remember who started.
I have this list. We can do.
Okay,
this
let
one,
Val
this
choose
one,
because I
this
feel like
one.
I'll know stuff and I don't know what she knows.
We can go
Okay.
down.
And I wasn't allowed to watch Family Guy as a baby. Well, let's do One Direction.
One Direction.
Mhm.
Okay.
I call being Zayn.
I'm not gonna be able to help.
You're Zayn.
'Cause you
He's
left.
like, no, because he's like, he's cool. He's chill, and he's like so like out of the group. Like he's so cool compared to them.
Y'all, it makes me so frustrated because like I told Jacob I was in band. He was like, I thought you were too cool for band, but like y'all don't understand. I'm not cooler than y'all in any way, shape, or form.
No, but I feel like you like.
I may look. I don't even look. We all look the same.
There's
kind.
5 of them.
Yeah.
Who's this one with the bowl cut?
Niall.
That's
Let me see.
Louis.
Wait, which one?
The one on the far right.
That's Liam. That's an old picture.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
you
I thought
100%
this first one was 5 seconds of summer.
You 100% can be Louis.
Is that the blonde one?
He is so
Who's
sassy.
the blonde one?
That's Niall. No, Louis is.
Because I'm blonde.
No, you
Louis
don't want to be now. He sucks.
Is that one with the suspenders?
That's
He
you.
Oh,
is
that's the
so
one that's
sassy.
half of Larry.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's like sarcastic as fuck.
Yeah, but he was madly in love with Harry, and Harry was like, like I like him too. But I'm not
Wait, who's
gonna say anything."
Liam?
Liam.
The bowl haircut.
Did he do anything?
Yeah, he's a singer
He did
now.
that strip that down for me.
He doesn't listen to music.
No, I know that song though.
Oh.
But like, was he anything in the band? Because like I
Yeah.
feel like the
he
other
was the
4.
best singer. Him and Harry were the two best
Okay,
singers.
because I feel like the other
Really?
4 like are kind of iconic, but I don't even recognize this boy.
Yeah, no, he was the one with the big mole on his neck.
I feel like
he's
he
the
was
best.
like, I'm gonna say weird. He was the daddy of the group because he was the oldest.
He was the oldest, but
Is he the fat one?
there are no such thing as a
No.
fat One Direction.
Is he that weird looking one on the bottom though? In
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
picture.
My favorite one will always be Harry, but like
You can be Harry because you're very indie.
But I
And
feel like
Harry's
Harry's
new album is super
narcissistic and she doesn't like herself.
But the thing is, I think you like secretly are in love with yourself. Because either way, you're like, I look cute today. You're like, you do yourself right.
I feel like every time I look at a different picture of One Direction, the 2 boys that I don't know are different people.
yeah,
Like,
they look so different.
is that Harry in the green?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're Harry.
Is she?
I'm gonna cry.
She is. You don't know them really.
No, I don't, but I feel like she's not Harry.
Who do you think?
She's the one that he doesn't know. The one that I don't know really because I don't know you really.
Yeah.
Let me look at him more. Who is this Zayn with the weird swoop on his hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
He's the only colored one. I got being Zayn.
He was cool, and the rest were like goofy.
I don't know.
You
She makes me think of Niall. A bunch of people like Niall.
Niall was the worst singer.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. Him and Louis were tied. Harry and Liam were tied for best.
What
For
about
me, it
Zayn?
was like for me it was
Zayn
Harry
was-
and Zayn.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
No.
Zayn's like good, but he's like under Harry. Ew.
Stop! You're nasty.
Except for more than this, he was like second then. Like
They were around in 2003? Oh, is this
No,
13?
13.
They need to stop making these glasses with the year on them. It stopped working at 2011.
I haven't seen what that age is. Starts
Oh.
I
crying.
feel like it stopped working in 2001.
I feel like I'm not Niall.
Yes.
2001.
1990.
No, 2001.
Do you mean
It stopped
After
working.
like you mean because it? I mean I don't say they're good glasses, But I mean, because you could have your holes in the
it
ice.
stopped working 2010. Like 2009,
When it
2001,
Oh, yeah,
2010. 2009, I mean, were the
When I
best.
reached double digits.
Yeah.
So you think I'm not?
I think
Sure.
you're hairy.
Why not?
You need to quit it.
Do you know any of these?
I know all of them.
All of them? Do you?
I don't know.
Wait, I don't know the
first
first one.
Yeah,
No?
I've seen it sometimes, but I don't know them personally.
Well, let's do Alice in Wonderland.
Okay,
Cool.
I call being both Dumb and Dumber.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
No.
Yes, I call being both of them.
I see you being
The
I feel like I
caterpillar?
knew you were gonna say.
what?
I knew you were gonna say that.
The caterpillar.
The one that.
I
The one
can't
that
remember
smokes
his
a hookah?
Babes.
name.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was like,
but Alice is like,
"Ooh,
Alice is like, who are you? And he's like, who are you?
Damn. Yes. Because you're
Thank you.
smooth.
I don't think I'm smooth.
Yeah, I don't think that was the point of what the.
You're rude.
But also, apparently, I watched the Into the Looking Glass one on Netflix,
Mhm.
and he turns into a butterfly.
Me, I want to turn
Yep.
into a butterfly, and then I'd immediately kill myself.
Oh.
Butterflies die in a day, honey.
Oh yes, actually.
Or like a
okay.
week. Just give yourself a little time to enjoy it.
I see that little caterpillar. I see that rabbit.
The one that's,
Ooh, the one that's always.
I'm gonna be late.
Yeah, because you're stressing, breasting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're the rabbit,
Mm-hmm.
and you.
Mad Hatter.
No, either a mix of Mad Hatter and the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, I kind of see it as Queen
I'm
Hearts too.
sorry.
Oh my god. I
What
have a
about the
story.
Cheshire Cat? Cheshire Cat?
I love Cheshire Cat. He's my baby. Like I have so many drawings of him because I paint kind of, but I have so many drawings of him. I love him. But I am more of the caterpillar.
I'm trying to remember.
Cheshire,
Wasn't there like a dog?
Cheshire Cat. He knows that everyone's crazy inside. He knows everyone
It's
is.
like we're all mad down here,
He
honey.
knows everyone's mentally going down. So are you into that? Like,
Yes.
do you think everyone has a little bit of like damn inside
Yeah.
them?
Why do you think?
She might be
why do you think
Alice,
it's so
like just
nice?
wandering
like-
through this whole place, trying to make sense of this world, trying to like live in it the right way, but no one
I
knows
don't
the right
know,
way.
Well, I was just saying.
Cause
why
she
I'm
blonde.
Cheshire. No. No. Like even as much as I don't like someone, I'm like shit. Like they're probably going through some stuff. Like this manager I work. Oh, the nasty one. I don't know if I told you or told you. I don't know. It's the gross one. And I literally like told my other manager like I hope he doesn't kill himself because like of all the shit people tell him.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, because like I hate him with a passion, but I wouldn't want him to kill himself. Just leave, you know.
Yeah.
Turns out like his dog is having problems.
Oh my god, neat. My dog has bronchitis. Actually, she hacks up something every day.
Wow, can she hack into the like school website?
I just don't want to be the Queen of Hearts because I have some beef with her.
Why?
It was that same day. I had
Oh
beef
yeah,
with Goofy.
didn't she like make a face at you?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Okay.
I
At
told you when you went to
Disneyland.
Disney.
Yes.
Get out of here.
That scarred me. I didn't like
But you know,
that.
the villains are supposed to be really mean to the people, so it's supposed to
Yeah.
be realistic.
Exactly.
I had some beef with Dr. Facilier. I was like, "Can we
who?
take a picture?" And he's like,
Who's-
"No," and I was like, "Take a damn picture with me." He's like, "No," I was like,
I know. I'm like, okay,
Who's
I get it. You're trying to.
"Dr. Facilier from Prince and the Frog,
Oh,
the
I never
voodoo
seen
guy."
that one. Don't come for me.
You've never seen Prince and the
It's
Frog?
not on Netflix.
Yes, it is. 100%.
I don't watch
Netflix
movies.
It's such a good one.
Putting chapstick on in the middle of a podcast like a professional.
Me. I know you have beef with her, but I didn't know that. But I think you're her. I'm sorry.
Wait, why?
Because
I just want to know why.
okay, because you're not very one to be like very aggressive, but if something doesn't go your way, you're like you know, something doesn't go your way.
Have you seen the Real People movies?
Yeah.
Because in the second one, because I just watched it, apparently she has a big head because she tripped and fell and hit her head on like a fountain, and she's been holding that grudge over her sister the whole year or her whole life. And then they go back in the past just so she can show her sister like, you did this to me. And they're like,
I feel like you would hold a grudge. I hold many
and like
grudges.
the sister says like, oh, it was her who ate the crumpets in the bed, and she ate the crumpets by
I
her
remember.
bed, and she's like, no, it was her. And then the mom asks, was it you? And the girl in the past goes, no. And in the present, she bursts through the door and says, she's a liar, and basically causes the universe to implode. And I feel like Jamie would be overcome with emotions like that too.
I mean, that's your guys' opinion. Oh my god, I am me.
See? When something doesn't go your way, you're like, off with her head. You know? I feel like you're about to decapitate me.
Right?
Moving on.
Oh my god. Well, you guys want to call it there?
At a very aggressive note, yes.
Did you have fun today, though?
I enjoyed myself, Minnie, yes.
Minnie, yes.
Congratulations for being our first.
I
I
don't know what to
know.
cry, thank you. I was
It was-
very intimidated.
Yes, you should have been.
No.
Okay.
You should have had fun.
I did. I
Yeah.
enjoyed myself.
So, for the last part of the podcast, to wrap it all up, we're gonna give Someone Like You by Adele, which this podcast was so based on, never
Very.
strayed. We're gonna give it a little review out of 10. Like, a
Okay.
scale of 1 to 10. 10 being best.
So I love my girl Adele, but she ain't no Josh Groban. So, I mean, she's great, and I feel like if I don't say something good about her, I would get attacked. But obviously, I don't.
Right here in the studio.
I wouldn't say anything bad about her. I'm gonna give her a solid. That song, I just don't like lovey songs, so I'm gonna give it like maybe an 8.
Mhm.
But if Josh Groban sang a love song, 10. But her 8.
I would give it a 7 just because like it's a good song. I like the beat, but to me it's really repetitive. And like I like that in song. Well, I kind of don't really like that in songs like when they repeat it. But like it's a good song. I think the stuff she has in it, like the lyrics are good too.
I think, like, when we looked at the lyrics and I was trying to find a good one to comment on, it was kind of like hard, which I didn't think it would be.
It was like regular English instead of AP.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a good song, but I feel like now I've heard so many good songs that it's kind of
Mhm.
hard to quantify stuff, so maybe I have a higher bar. I still really like it. I still know all the words, sing along. It's sad, sure.
1 out of 10, Jacob. What do you
Okay,
give it?
you guys could talk about it. Can I not?
No, I'm just saying. What do you give it so you can like give us the input
Okay,
afterwards?
I was gonna say 7.75.
Now I regret it. I take it back. I give it a 4. I'm just kidding. Still 8.
I mean, like, I don't really know how this rating system is gonna go because, like, comparing songs to other songs, it's really hard to do because like songs are just so different. So I think you just have to kind of compare it to what you like in songs and what you're looking for.
Okay, so we like in songs because if we do it, I give
Oh,
it 2
yeah.
because it's not a Broadway and
Yeah.
it's not Josh.
It's
Groban.
not Harry Styles.
It's not Harry Styles. It's not anything indie like I listen to.
Well, yeah.
It
But
doesn't
yeah,
make
rate it
I don't
however
like
you
love
want.
songs.
But I mean, like, I like songs where the lyrics say stuff, and it's also catchy. And like this one's sort of somber, and the piano sounds really nice, so that's why I like it.
I feel like it tests your vocal abilities because I heard you singing earlier, and I was like, "Ooh, Jacob has that high and that low." So yeah,
True.
Josh
So,
Groban can also do that.
thanks so much, Val, for coming on.
Yes,
I wish we had more notice. Maybe we would have got a little gift for you. You're,
It's fine. Girl's
Just go to
presents
Five
is
Below.
no.
let's
And
buy
we'll
her
get
that
her-
chapstick.
No,
Mhm.
I'll get it. Don't do that.
We'll get her.
No, I'm a vegan. I'm gluten intolerant and lactose intolerant.
We'll give you a water bottle.
I don't care that.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. Tune in next time for more Put It on Shuffle with Jamie and Jacob. And follow Val if you see her on the streets.
I have no social media.
Don't follow her, but like,
Yeah. We haven't even given that our social media. Do you want to
Oh.
plug your stuff?
I don't have
Well,
any.
Oh, well.
I don't.
Do you want to, like,
When
just
we
give out your phone
release
number?
No.
Tell them your- Tell them your home address?
Oh God, no.
No.
Yes, my Mexico home address. My grandma needs some love.
Thanks, guys.